Hi, this is Matt Muller with Special Teams Servants. Today we're going to talk about gripping the ball. Gripping a football for a long snap should be just like an overhand throw. So if you're right-handed, grip the ball on the laces. Depending on what level of football you play at, the ball might be a little bit too big for your hand, but really you should be able to hold it with one hand. There should be a slight amount of spacing in there. You don't want to have your hand on it like this. You definitely don't want that. You want a little bit of spacing in there, and then the ball will be rotated underneath, and your left hand, called the guide hand, will go on top. So of course the ball is going to be on the ground when the referee sets it there. So after you get in your stance and you're aware of your blocking assignment, when you actually go to grip the ball, you grip it with your right hand underneath, put the left hand on top. I always put my middle finger on the laces, and usually you want your guide hand in about the middle of the ball. You don't want it too low or too high. Okay, like I said, everyone's hand is a little bit different, but there should be some spacing in there. If you're left-handed, it's opposite. So your left hand will be on the ball. There'll be some space in there. Underneath, your right hand is the guide hand. Okay, I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do things right-handed. I just wanted to show all of you left-handed people, there is some spacing in there, and the guide hand will go on the back. Gripping the ball properly is very important. You should grip the ball the same way every single time. This is important for two reasons. One, it's going to give you a better, more consistent snap. It's really windy out here today. Strong wind is going to push your snap left to right. If it's not a perfect spiral, the ball is going to go like this back to the punter. So that's the first reason. Secondly, it's really hard to catch a ball that's coming like this. So a better snap, a tighter spiral is better for the snapper and the punter. The important thing about the spiral is don't overthrow the ball. By that I mean just snap it. Don't try to put a bunch of spin on it. I see way too many people trying to put a bunch of spin on it. This left hand is just a guide hand. You're predominantly throwing it with your right hand. However, that left hand goes on there, and as you go through to snap the ball, which we'll talk about in our next video, the grip is really important to get you started along the right path. Several drills you can work on for the snap, and you don't want to do too many of these all at once because you're going to wear yourself out, develop overuse injuries. Always, as I said, always have a little bit of space. Okay, if you're right-handed, always have a little space. If you're left-handed, always have some space. One thing, do some arm circles. It's always a nice warm-up drill, and you should really do it with both arms. Forward and backward. You'll notice I'm still holding the ball. I'm not losing track of the ball. It's still in my hand. Another one of these drops, just really moderate drops, you'll see your forearm will start to get tired. Even if you're not left-handed, you want to use both hands. You always want to keep your body balanced. Okay, nobody does bicep curls with just one arm. So these drills, they help you warm up, they help increase muscle temperature, but they're also teaching you the proper grip, making your hands stronger, those small muscles in your fingers. You can do some wrist rolls both ways with the ball. You'll still see there's space in there. You don't want to hold the ball completely like this. That's wrong. Keep some space in there. And I'm not losing track of the ball. Again, I'm not left-handed, but you should always do these with your left hand too. Okay, so you have the arm circles, you have the drops, and you have the rolls, the wrist rolls. The guide hand is often underappreciated by novice snappers, but it plays such a vital role. As mentioned, the guide hand always allows us to snap the ball with more power. More importantly, the guide hand gives us more control and provides the ball direction. With this direction, we're better able to snap the ball straight to the target. Similarly, in life, we need direction if we want to walk the straight path. The Bible says, "I guide you in the way of wisdom and lead you along straight paths." Proverbs 4:11. If we want to walk the straight path during our life, we need to seek wisdom. We need to be determined to find wisdom, and we cannot stop our search once we have started, no matter how difficult the road we may travel. The search for wisdom is not a one-time step. Rather, the search for wisdom is an everyday thing. It's a daily conscious choice we must make between walking the wicked path or walking the righteous path. We must choose wisdom because seeking God's wisdom is the most important choice we can make. Furthermore, we don't have to wait for God to appear to us. Instead, we can plainly ask God for wisdom through prayer, and He will grant us our request. As we obtain this wisdom, our paths will become more and more straight as a result of the guidance God's wisdom provides.